Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Monday SITREP, the show where we talk about your Second Amendment rights. We talk about guns, gear in the news. We talk about people who use their firearms to defend themselves, their families, and their belongings. And at the end of the show, we have a segment that we call What's New, where we talk about things new and upcoming things in the gun market. So, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So first off, let's talk about this. Is the Gadsden Flag racist? Now this comes up because the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is trying to make a determination. It seems that a little while ago, an employee of the federal government complained. Okay, made a complaint because one of their other fellow employees had a Gadsden flag up in their cubicle or something to that effect. And so now they're trying to determine, is it racist? And it comes from the fact that Christopher Gadson was a slave owner. He is the designer of that flag. However, you got to look at the time frame when we're talking about here during the Revolutionary War. I'm not trying to make excuses for him owning slaves at all. Okay, I'm not trying to do that, but at the same time, he wasn't designing this flag as a thing for slave owner rights. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with being free from the British government. It had to do with the tyranny that was involved with the start of the Revolutionary War. If anything, you would think that a minority that feels suppressed, somebody who racially feels suppressed, they would want to use this flag actually as a point that they would make. Don't tread on me, meaning don't hold me down. Don't do that to me. And so I really think that a lot of people may be too sensitive. I understand that that's kind of the world we live in, where people are just so sensitive to everything, and it really is making it very difficult to really function as a society. Everybody walks around on eggshells, and this is another case of that. This is just, it's completely just wrong, if you ask me. The fact is, this flag is utilized by people who feel that the government is treading on them, stepping on them. And this is their way of saying, don't tread on me, and they're trying to make a statement to the government. So, anyway, next we're going to talk about, is the government keeping records on gun owners? Yes, that is illegal. Yes, they do it. So, what do we have here? I remember hearing a few stories, actually reading an article quite a few years ago now, about the instant background check system. Okay, so the background check system where you call in and they do a background check on that person. Well, the problem was that they were keeping some of this information, including the name of the person, social security number of the person, driver's license number. They were taking all this information and they were keeping it for short periods of time. It was supposedly it's completely innocent, according to them. It was just a matter of we didn't have time to destroy it. Now, federal law says that after it is used for the background check, it will be destroyed. It's supposed to be immediate, and it wasn't happening. And it's still happening now, but now this isn't even under the guise of accidentally or hanging on to it and destroying it all at the end of the week or anything like that. Under this administration, that information is being kept. It is being looked at. So it is against the law for them to do this. But as we've seen, I think, sometimes people don't care about the law. They don't care about what is right and wrong. They just do whatever they want. So anyway, let's talk next about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton she is the Democratic nominee for president. This to me is scary, because if she is elected, if you think that your gun rights won't be under attack and won't be infringed with her as president, you're burying your head in the sand, because that's absolutely the case. There is no hidden agenda with her when it comes to guns. She absolutely has her agenda. Oh, she says that, yes, she believes in the Second Amendment, but she doesn't necessarily believe it applies to you and me. She thinks it only applies to the National Guard. That's it. So, with her, if she were to be elected president, she could be selecting as many as 4 Supreme Court justices. Now think about that for a minute. The last time when the Second Amendment ruling came up, it was barely able to pass that secured the rights of you and me, of every citizen in America. Barely passed. With 4 people in her pocket, it is not going to have the same success. This is scary times. Scary times for all of our rights, not just the Second Amendment rights, but all of the rights that we have here in America. Definitely scary. Speaking of rights, Apple had the right to change their gun emoji, I suppose. I think it's silly. I think it's absolutely just laughable that they felt that people were threatened or scared of their little cartoon gun, and so they had to replace it with a squirt gun. So let's think of some other things. I want to hear down in your comments what other emojis you think should be changed and what should they change them to. I think that they should change that knife emoji to something a little bit less scary, maybe a feather. Something that might tickle you instead of stab you to death. So let me hear what your comments are. I want to hear what other emojis need to be changed. So leave that down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Okay. Next on the life or death files, a woman in Arizona protects and saves her own life. Okay, so this is out of Glendale, Arizona, and this is 23-year-old Carol Miracle. This one actually made pretty big headlines. She fatally shot 27-year-old Frank Taylor. Frank Taylor was basically trying to rob her, pointed a gun at her head, and Miss Miracle pulled out her own handgun and fired once and killed him. Now, this is Arizona, so this kind of surprises me, but she is currently in custody, or at least the last I heard, and they're trying to make a determination whether charges will be pressed against her. So this is a state, Arizona, that allows constitutional carry. So maybe there's some other reasons why she was not supposed to be doing this. I'm not sure. It really is, the press is kind of being a little vague on some of this stuff. So I find it strange that she's in custody in Arizona for something like that. I'm wondering if there is some other circumstances that I'm unaware of. But even still, completely, I guess, doesn't matter, is she still had the right to protect herself. She had the right, and she took that. She absolutely did the right thing and protected herself. So, let me know if you guys know any further part of that story, if you've heard anything, read any articles or anything. Again, leave that down in the comment section. I'd see some links or anything like that. I would love to check those out. So, next on What's New, we have something new for your AR-15.
So, what's new?
All right, so this is from Griffin Armament, and this is the Low Pro Rigid Rail Kit. Okay, so this is your front handguard, and it is it comes in 8.6 inch, 10.5 inch, 13.5 inch, and 15 inch. It comes with its M-LOK rail system. It actually, if you buy the kit, it comes with the gas block that will fit under it, so that's nice. So you don't have to guess whether or not it's going to fit. It also comes with a 4-piece rail cover, as well as the wrench and the hardware and everything to mount this thing to your weapon. It doesn't look like that it comes in different, variety of colors or anything like that, but you know what? That's okay. If you want a good match anyway, you're going to probably Cerakote it or something like that. So, surprisingly a decent price. Rails tend to be expensive. Handguards with rails on them tend to be a little bit on the pricey side. These, depending on which size you get, anywhere from the $200 range up to the $285, which sounds like a lot of money, but really when you look at what you're talking about, it actually is not. The $285, that's the 15 inch, and that is with the gas block, that's with the rail covers, that's all those things. So it really isn't that bad of a price. So be sure to check those out. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you did, it is always appreciated when you like and share the videos. If you are not a subscriber and you want to become one, find that subscribe button, give it a big old click, and then come back next Monday for another Monday Sit Rep. We also have other various videos throughout the week, so be sure to be on the lookout for those. We're also on social media. Obviously, we're here on YouTube. We're also on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram, so be sure to check all those areas out as well. Remember that your mind, that is your most important tool, and it is vitally important to be armed with information. Until next time, take care and be safe. Charlie Bravo out.